couple of things we're going to talk about between now and 2 on the programme are coronavirus related. Lots of things will be, of course, but about moving forward and about taking that next step and looking at how the government could loosen the lockdown we're in. We probably won't find out exactly when it will happen, but we could find out over the next day or so what kind of places will be allowed to open up and what kind of things you'll be able to do again. Lots of debate about what should be in the first wave of things that can reopen. Edward Timpson is the Conservative MP for Eddisbury in Cheshire, and he wants garden centres to be included in this first wave, and he joins us on BBC Radio Stoke this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Stuart.
Why garden centres? Why should they be among the first places to reopen, do you think?
Well, we know it's been difficult for businesses right across the board, whether it's manufacturing, hospitality, retail more generally. And of course, we need to do everything we can to make sure that we suppress the virus and don't do anything which is going to allow it to spread any further. But we are at the stage now where we know we're hopefully over the peak. The sombrero has been flattened, there's a phrase that has been coined. I mean, thinking about where are the areas of the economy where it would be safe to reopen, but also where there is a desperate need to get those businesses before they fall over. Garden centres in other parts of the world were one of the first, if not the first, in line to do that. And there's very good reasons why garden centres fit that bill. By and large, the plant areas that are outside, social distancing can be complied with real ease. But there's also a particular pressure on garden centres. A lot of their work it's seasonal, their produce is perishable, and this is their peak activity time. 70% of their sales are between February and June of their bedding plants, bulbs, cut flowers, pot plants, and so on. So there's a lot of garden centres, 2,000 across the UK, many in Cheshire, including close to where I live, which are both family businesses as well as bigger businesses. But they are going through a period now where it's the equivalent of Christmas. And if they don't get their stock through now to customers, they're going to have to write it off, and we may lose some of those garden centres in the coming weeks.
The problem we have, though, as I see it, is we're told only do essential travel. And that may change, of course, but while we're only doing essential travel, is going to a garden centre really essential?
Well, in terms of keeping yourself fed and watered or keeping yourself healthy in terms of physically, no, it isn't. But, of course, everyone's going to supermarkets at the moment, or where they can't get it delivered. There's the click and collect option. And interestingly, government guidance was changed yesterday around garden centres to say that actually it's one of those places that you can go for click and collect. But there are other benefits that come from what garden centres are selling. I've been contacted by a lot of constituents who can see that being able to get plants into their garden at this time of year, it's got mental health benefits, it provides a form of exercise, it's good for the planet, reconnects people with nature. So, yes, it isn't an absolute essential for keeping ourselves living and breathing, but we've reached a point now where we need to think about how we can better nurture the health of the nation more generally. And clearly what people living in Cheshire are telling me is that this is a good first step to do that.
OK, your line's breaking up a bit, so we'll leave it there for now, but always good to speak. Thanks very much for your time this morning. Edward Timpson, Conservative MP for Eddisbury in Cheshire, wants garden centres to be opened.